Thomas and friends off to the races. It was the day of the great railway show. All the engines on Soda were excited. The engines Sir Topham Hatt had chosen were ready to go. Gordon had been painted and streamlined. He even had a new nameplate, the Shooting Star. Sir Topham Hatt had wanted Thomas to compete in the shunting challenge. But after his accident at the diesel works, Thomas needed some repairs. Percy was going in his place. Thomas tooted goodbye to the engines. He even wished Ashima good luck. Victor soon discovered that Gordon's safety valve hadn't been installed after his streamlining. Without it, he could overheat during his race. Even though his own repairs weren't done, Thomas took the valve to Gordon. At the Great Railway Show, Thomas found Gordon at the starting line of the great race. Gordon didn't believe that the Steamworks team had made a mistake and the race was starting. A whistle blew and the engines were off. Gordon sped down the tracks. "Shooting Star coming through," he tooted. Suddenly his face turned red. Steam hissed from inside his streamlining. Gordon's brother, the Flying Scotsman, told him something was wrong, but Gordon wouldn't listen. Then his boiler burst. He sputtered to a stop in a cloud of steam as the other engines raced past. Meanwhile, over at the shunting challenge, Percy was too scared to enter the race. He wanted Thomas to compete in his place, which had been the original plan. "Okay," Thomas peeped, "but I might not win, you know." Thomas chuffed through round after round, pulling tankers and flatbeds into line. He did better than engines from Russia, Italy, and Brazil. In the end, there were only 2 engines left, Thomas and Ashima. A whistle blew, and the final challenge began. The 2 engines steamed back and forth, buffering boxcars into place. Soon their sidings were full. Now it was a race to the finish line. Then Thomas noticed an overturned truck on Ashima's track. He sped up to push it out of her way. Ashima raced to victory. "Thomas, you let me win," Ashima peeped. "Your track was blocked," Thomas replied. "It wouldn't have been a fair competition at the end." A little while later, everyone gathered for the awards ceremony. "We would like to declare 2 winners in this shunting challenge," a judge announced. "Ashima wins for the fastest time, and Thomas also wins for helping his competitor." All the engines whistled and cheered. Even Gordon's brother, the Flying Scotsman, admitted that he was impressed with the engines from Soda. Sir Topham Hatt was proud of Thomas for being really useful, and very thoughtful too. "He was just being himself, sir," peeped Percy. "You can only be you," Thomas puffed. He winked at Ashima. "There's nothing else you can possibly do." Thank you for listening. Join us again for more stories from Teaching Your Child.